Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Proper Baron. This is Crusader Kings 2 and we return as Sultana Zhonglan the Wise. And wise she is! She's made her mistakes. I mean, you know, she's made plenty of very difficult decisions that most of the time, or at least, you know, quite often were not exactly the right decision. But we are at a point where only a few things matter. And one of those things is that we kick ass. And I don't mean kick ass as in, you know, oh, can we do something that is favorable to us? Can we succeed in any way? Can we do anything at all to begin with? No, I mean actually expanding with the speed of lightning. And I have a plan for this. First of all, we gotta get rid of this Burn Uprising. It's not ours, of course. It's actually on the Abbasid Emirate or Abbasid Caliph. But I think we will be fine. If I strike them down, I immediately afterwards will be able to do something quite important. Even though I'm now publicly proclaiming the greatness of Allah, I will still hold my Taoist ideals in my heart. She knows what matters. And what matters is that her face is, you know, saved. That the Caliph can't revoke any of her titles. That is exactly the only thing that matters. And the only thing that ever will matter. So, let's get this done. I am very confident that today is the day on which we can do so much. I'm going to start marching. And I know it is a very long march. But I'm going to start marching this dear, small, little army of people that, you know, we hired for essentially nothing. We're going to march them all the way over... Oh, excuse me. We're going to march them all the way over there because that is exactly where I need them. I need them in the west. We're going to expand faster than you will ever see and than you will ever have the chance to see. We're going to take down the west in lightning speed. Ah, Mohammed ibn Marzuban, isn't it nice to have you in my court? I hereby decide to give you the Sheikdom of Caria. May you take Caria of it? Okay, that was very bad, but we are going to go to war. My plan is, since now we're Sunni, I can invite so many people. And by the way, being Sunni means that my daughter doesn't inherit, but I mean, what can I do? I can invite so many people with claims. This will be a bloodbath. In no time whatsoever, we should be able to go out there and destroy our opponents. And would you look at that? They came all the way to me. I love that. It's so ridiculous. I'm a huge fan. They came all the way to me just to perish. Okay, and I think now is the time where I can actually fully explain what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and what my reasoning in general is. I am now in control of Jerusalem, I am now in control of Acre. Now, the big thing about this playthrough is, of course, that we need to get all the way over here and we need to control the entirety of North Africa. It's not easy, it's not fast, but you can speed it up if you play it right. And the way I see this, while we were over here, while we were quite powerful, there was no way other than playing for centuries upon centuries upon centuries to actually, you know, get over there and get the achievement. So what I'm doing instead is, I am feigning being Sunni Muslim, you know, accepting the leadership of Caliph Sami. Of course, realistically speaking, I don't think that Sultana Zhonglan is in any way really interested in this religion, but she does accept that her sister, or rather that her daughter, doesn't inherit anything if, and only if, she is in a position of leadership. If this means, you know, that Emir Zhong Ke the second of Ladakh inherits, then so be it. What matters to her is that the people of the realm respect her, that they are Sunni, and that she is, you know, seen as a Sunni, so that she can go on and conquer. My goal, essentially, is to become Jerusalem, and then as Jerusalem, we're going to go on, fabricate a claim on the Abbasid Emirate, or Empire, I should say, and then, I mean, that's really, you know, that's the scene, right? That's where you want to be. That's where you need to be. As you can see, the war here to actually conquer this duchy was a claimant war, of course. Took some time. It took quite some time indeed. How you doing? You already have 2 traits. Oh my god, that is so good. Gregarious, deceitful, lunatic. I guess he's 9 years old. Why doesn't he have a focus at all? You know what? I don't know, but let's just put him in the beautiful thrift focus there. So essentially, I had a war here for a claim and then I revoked those titles because I'm allowed to do that. As a Sunni ruler, you can revoke duchies. He rebelled and I was able to revoke it all. Now, I shall go on and I shall, you know, make this my capital. Jerusalem is the new home of the Zhong dynasty. The panda has arrived, and I mean, if that isn't beautiful, then I don't know what is. I don't know why, by the way, the panda isn't actually a sigil here. It should be, but that's okay. What I care about is the following. I need a claimant for this title here. There you go, that's a strong claim. That's exactly what I'm looking out for. And then I'm going to hand over some land to that claimant, and then make that claimant, of course, become the Duke of that region. I think we can pull that off. I think we have to pull that off, and I think we shall. Alright, and there you have it. Now we can declare a war for Ascalon, adding another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces to the count that is underneath us, or rather to the province count underneath us. That is absolutely beautiful. Now, our troops are, of course, as you would imagine, very far away, but I still have a few, and I mean really a few of the troops right here. And additionally, of course, I can raise the Chinese honor guard with 1.5k. I mean, that is quite the number. So let's just go in, let's beat them up wherever they stand, let's teach them a lesson. They do deserve it, of course. And I think they're coming for our capital here. That is a bit of a foolish decision. Yeah, I'm gonna stop them there because I do want to fight them in the plains. That is, I think, the best choice right here. You know what, I'm just gonna march in there. Let's get this done, let's kick some ass. Let's teach them a lesson about who rules in this part of the world. It's of course us. And there you go, we've done it, the war's over. It was a fairly quick one, and your title, my friend, is now gone. And I mean, this is just beautiful. This puts us in a very, very strong position. If I'm not mistaken, I will probably need just one more war. How's this duchy doing? Ultra Jourdain does exist if I were to take it in any fashion. Oh, would you look at that? That's what I am talking about. If I were to take it in any fashion, we could all of a sudden speak of creating the Kingdom of Jerusalem. And I mean, again, the Kingdom of Jerusalem simply gives us the opportunity of getting a claim on the Arab Empire, which would be gigantic. And I mean, it would be absolutely incredibly big for the purposes, of course, of our circumstances here. Okay, so I don't know whether I can pull this off, because most of my troops are actually all the way over here, but I will try my best. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to declare the war that I had planned, of course, for Ultra Jourdain. We're going to immediately raise the beautiful, beautiful honor guard, and we're going to see what we can do from there. I can actually raise these troops down here, which is a very quick centralization of all of my troops, although, you know, of course, not entirely. And then I'm gonna raise the rest up there, I suppose. Yeah, that's gonna take, it's just like an eternity away from actually getting over here, so I don't think we should be too concerned with any of this. They're probably also just gonna die, you know, like getting ambushed somewhere, but we're gonna try our best here. I'm going to try to take down this entire thing, because if we get Ultra Jourdain, I would all of a sudden be able to simply straight up go and take out the Abbasid Empire, because we would be Jerusalem, and I mean, that would be the dream, right? We're already 60 years old. If I die right now, I mean, so be it. Could be better, could be worse. We have a pretty decent character waiting for us, sort of, so let's just see how it goes. And here's the first, and quite honestly, the only battle. You can see I've sieged everything out. They haven't arrived yet. I mean, their realm is so large, and they were preoccupied with some other stuff. I think it's time to beat up our last remaining enemy before we can actually found Jerusalem. And then we found Jerusalem, and from there on out, it should be easy money. Oh, and there you go. Wow, he comes a bit late, buddy, but I'll take it. We just won. Wow, that is genuinely incredible. Now, if I become Christian and have the money, of course, just for the record here, if I become Christian and have the money, which is 260 bucks, I will immediately become the Queen of Jerusalem. Isn't that completely nonsensical? Just how fast we turned all of that around. It's quite honestly, it is amazing to me just how all of that went. Now, what I dislike is the idea of giving up the Taoist faith completely. I'm too old anyway, right? So it doesn't really matter. But if I can find anyone that were to be Taoist that I could marry, you know what? In my court, there has to be somebody, right? So that I could, like, convert back and forth from them. It's very cheesy, of course, but it's one of the few ways of doing it, I suppose, and I can't really do it. I guess that she will give up Taoism for the moment, you know, and I very explicitly mean for the moment. I'm just gonna get some money, and then we're gonna make this happen. Alright, and there you go. Now we're going to revoke, or not rather revoke, we're going to turn Catholic for good, at least for the moment. And once we're Catholic, I think it's time that we create the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Would you look at that? My new primary title has arrived, and I will, of course, falsely confess the faith, yada yada. Who really cares about it? I'm Sunni if you want me to be Sunni, baby. Let's go and fabricate a claim on the Arabian Empire. Oh, this is all too gorgeous. This is just absolutely beautiful. See, my big question is, could I theoretically make Zhongjigu my heir by giving him land? I probably possibly could. Right now I would be inheriting as Zhongyu. Ah, right, he died and now we just have a couple of people hanging around. Right, I don't even see my grandson in this list, which is a bit weird, but we'll see about it. For the moment, let's just press this button. With the aid of your fellow conspirators, you have managed to fabricate a claim on the Arabian Empire. Now, how are we doing in terms of actually pushing that claim? It doesn't look too great so far, but that might change if people were to join. You're not really inspired. You know, like having a one county count like this guy joined doesn't really change much. I need the support of the big guys, the big guys of this world. If I were to buy favors, I could ask him to join my faction, but getting that money would take far too long. And also, I apparently don't have an ambition. Forge a bloodline? Sure. Sounds alright to me, but it's not actually going to go anywhere, really. Build a war chest. Let's just forge a bloodline, I guess. Sure. I need to go against the Abbasids. I'm just really 28k. I mean, how do you go against them without the major vassal support right now? I obviously do not possess the money to make anything happen here. But if we get this title, if we become the Lord of the Arabian Empire, my god, it would be beautiful. And oh my god, we're actually going to do it, and we're going to do it in the strangest way possible. My dear grandson, if you remember, Zhong Jigu is now betrothed to Princess Yakta of the Kodashtit Sultanate, which is the Shia Caliph. And I'm going to do something that I never thought I would, because this is such a great artifact, but I'm going to give him the U King's Chronicle of Economic Principle. It has carried us so far when it comes to our monthly wealth and our stewardship, but I think it's time that we make allies. And we can only make allies if we make friends. And in this case, it will be a financial friendship that I think all of us can agree to. We will destroy the Sunni Caliph by virtue of the Shia Caliph. And there you go, we have of course a faction that isn't strong enough, at least on its own, but together with the Shia Caliph, I think it's time. War it is, my friend. War it is indeed. And now all I need is your support. It is time, Caliph Ramadan the Butcher. We must go and we must destroy them. Let me just raise all of the troops down here. Oh, this will be glorious. It is such a nonsensical setup, because we're actually unifying with the Shia Caliph. Although I suppose sometimes you had setups where, you know, for example, the Byzantines would cooperate with the Fatimids or with the Umayyads, you know, depending on the circumstances. So I think in a way it does make sense. And you know what? All of you are entirely useless. I just literally cannot use them because the territory is far too hostile in this region. I'm just gonna leave all of that be. I will claim the Sunni... Not the Sunni Caliphate, that's actually wrong. I will claim the Arabian Empire with the help of Caliph Ramadan the Butcher, and of course with the help of the Chinese Honor Guard. Let's teach them a lesson. Let's show them who is boss. Of course it's us, if you want to wear. It's always been us. And oh no, I have cancer. The symptoms which have troubled you lately were a sign of something much worse. You have cancer. We are under time pressure. We need to take this down as soon as possible. Because if we don't, then we will simply be dead in no time whatsoever. And holy crap, I just realized this. I was really worried about everything related to, you know, supply and whatnot. But it turns out the Caliph's troops are event spawn troops. There's no maintenance, there's no supply limit that I need to worry about here in any way. Wow. This is incredible. Are you actually kidding me? There was not a single battle. Right, so without a fight, we are now Khalifa Lanying the Wise. Wise she is, would you look at that? We have absolutely massacred them. And we are now the Sunni Caliph, but also allied to the Shia Caliph. I mean, where do you go from there? I don't know. I don't think we will be able to adopt Chinese imperialism. I don't exactly know. I swear this used to be 8k prestige, but I mean, here we are. What can you do about it, right? The way I see this is we are going to essentially finish this up in so little remaining time. And look at that, our grandson, so our daughter is actually going to be looked over, of course, because she is a woman. But Zhong Jigu will take over because he is the only Sunni Muslim in our family, meaning he's the only one actually eligible for this entire thing. Holy crap. This is actually completely insane. The way we were able to turn this. She is, without a doubt, truly wise. Truly, I'm serious. She is truly, truly wise. We're looking at a ruler that changed everything in no time whatsoever. And yeah, I'll be honest with you, I think we're gonna call it here. This will not take that much longer. The coup of going for Jerusalem sped everything up. If you're doing this achievement, I think that is the way to go. I mean, you're just kicking their teeth in right then and there when you do that. Because, you know, essentially we took it all over in no time. And now we're just looking at taking over the rest of North Africa. I'm excited. And as always, when I leave you with the end of an episode, I want to thank you very much, in particular the members of this channel, namely the Barons, Aaron, Stefan, the Richest T, Snowolf, Thomas, Mitchell, MFE, Florian, Dan, the Musielago, Jacob, Rex Romanorum, Falling Phoenix, Eterna, Charlie, and the newest member, Know-How. Welcome to the channel, and thank you for supporting the channel, Know-How. Then of course also the Counts, Shifty, Wombat, Kazan, and Lachlan, and last but not least, the absolutely beautiful Dukes, Suspicious Dark, Nathan, Jack, Kenneth, Lexo, Goodfield, Eric, Aiden, and Kiriana. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. I am One Proper Variant, and I will see you later, alligator.